It's important, I think, for all architecture to be a part of the place that it lives. The background is sort of the macro, what's in the general area around it, and then you dive into the micro, what's on that piece of property, what's next door, what's within 5 blocks. You look at all those things and they all impact how you're going to start.
This part of Georgia is the heart of the Lowcountry. We're typically sitting about 15 to 20 feet above sea level. Savannah's just over the state line from South Carolina, so it's a kind of a dynamic area. It's a really great place to live.
The way I think you make a house feel like it's part of the land is to engage it. The live oak tree that's at the center of this property is a really spectacular tree. It's 100 feet in diameter with the canopy. The trunk of the tree is 7 or 8 feet in diameter, and it really dominates the landscape.
It's approximately 450 to 500 plus years old. So the first thing we had done was an assessment by a local expert. And then we came up with a nutrient plan. This was before we ever broke ground. Set a perimeter around the entire tree. That area was off limits, the entire build.
The whole complex is sort of built around the tree and just outside of the canopy. So all of the structures in the tree sort of become one, if you will. When I first met with the owners, they talked about wanting a smallish house. So it's a 2-bedroom house. They really wanted a 1-story house. They're going to age in place here. It was really a site that wanted to be a less formal style house. That actually fit with what the owners were after. And so we looked at more low-country houses as inspiration.
This home in particular, the style is more of a Craftsman, low-country as we call it, type of architecture, which takes advantage of roof lines, shadow lines, providing shade around the building, sort of a predecessor to before people had air conditioning.
One of the things that are somewhat unique about this house are the arches. The first experience you have is the pergolas that come off of the guest house and the garage. And the roofs of the garage have a slight curve to them. And it starts the process of your brain thinking about things with a little bit of a curve. And then you come in the front door, and then there's a series of elliptical arches. Even the fireplace has a little arch to it. It's a theme that works throughout the house, so it's not just one detail, it's sort of a collection of them.
There's 2 outbuildings. One is a garage, and the other is just a small studio apartment. They wanted the ability for their guests to have their own separate living space, but be on property. It's sort of a little atrium that has 2 enormous elliptical windows on the front and the back. It's a really great little jewel box. The magic of a house like this is when the relationships come together. There are a few partners that we have that we feel like are more tangible partners. Marvin's one of those.
What we love about Marvin is that we can generally get anything we want from them. We're able to get very narrow profile doors so that the rails and stiles are narrow. We can get in-swing windows and out-swing windows, like push-out windows. Generally, if we want to do something, Marvin can do it.
Ultimate was a great choice for us because of the sizing, the architectural details, and the colors that were available.
The Ultimate Collection is a good balance of a traditional look with the mutton profiles, the SDLs. The aluminum cladding is great because it protects the window and minimizes the maintenance on the exterior of the house. So it's sort of the right balance of all of those needs. Being able to satisfy the client's needs, the interior designer's ideas, the building codes and the wind speeds and all these things. That's the magic of architecture, right? It's how do you make all that work? And it's all about being open-minded and not forcing one architectural style, one configuration, one way to do things. It's coming up with the best solution for that particular site, in that particular town, in that particular development, in that particular part of the country.